matches for you this afternoon on quarterfinals day. And the next match on court features the world #1 Lee Chong of Malaysia against Kenichi Tago of Japan. Well, one wonders, will it be 10th time lucky for Tago? 9 previous matches against Lee Chong-wei and is yet to register a victory. But as you and I were talking, we recently called a match between these two players, and you have to believe that this will be the time when you finally get that victory. Well, Lee Chong-wei leads out the two players. Lee Chong-wei, finalist at the Korea Open for the last 3 years, having won 1 title. That was 2 years ago, 2010. Beat Peter Gader in the final, the man who had beaten him the previous year, 2009. And of course last year, first ever Premier Super Series event, the Korean Open last year, and the first ever $1 million prize money tournament. And Lee Chong-wei lost in the final to the Olympic champion, Lin Dan. It's not often you see Lee Chong-wei coming onto court with his tracksuit on and then having the warm-up with tracksuit on as well, but outside of the stadium it's very, very cold conditions. And inside here in the arena, certainly where we're sitting, our commentary position, it's very warm indeed.
Yeah, apparently on the arena floor on courtside it's not as warm. It's a bit cooler down there. Certainly Lee Chong-wei, one of his comments after his match yesterday was that he's felt the cold conditions a little bit. Doesn't feel he's been able to get himself warmed up well enough for the matches.
World #1, as I say, Lee Chong-wei, and he's been world #1 since the 21st of August 2008. Uninterrupted all that time. 65-7 last year, his win-loss record, and that translated into 7 titles, having reached the final of his first 11 tournaments. Well, as I say, yesterday against Sun Wan-ho of Korea, an hour and 8 minutes that encounter, having dropped the opening game, and the crowd here at the Olympic Gymnasium #2 were going absolutely wild with excitement. And I have to say the Korean thoroughly deserved that opening game. So to Kenichi Tago, who's 22, of course the Malaysian 29, #12 in the world ranking, 16 tournaments towards that world ranking, and as you can see his win-loss record for last year, well, just 1 final, that was the French Super Series. And he had a tough opening match against the #7 seed Tien Minh Nguyen of Vietnam. 63 minutes, that one. Much more comfortable yesterday against the qualifier, Ashton Chen from Singapore. Well, that is ominous, isn't it? Well, 10th time, come on, we've got to be positive. That's what you were telling me last time, Ian. Have to believe that this will be the opportunity. And in all honesty, with these conditions here and more difficulty getting the shuttle down on the floor, perhaps this really is, in all seriousness, this could be Tago's real chance.
Well, I think I said the same thing last time, that you do have to believe. You do have to. What you have to do is go on and pick 2 or 3 positives. And certainly for Tago going into this match, the positive he has to pick up is that Chong-wei really struggled in the conditions yesterday. He's not happy in the cold conditions, and he's not happy with the slow conditions inside the hall. So Tago has to pick some positives and get himself highly motivated for the match and go on with some belief, that's sure.
Yeah. I can remember when we were talking before and I said, yeah, but the problem is for a player, of course, you know, before the match you talk to your coach, you've got your tactics worked out, of course you say to yourself, yes, I believe I can win this. But when things start to go wrong, when you've played an opponent 9 times before, as he has, and you've lost 9 times, when things start to be difficult, or it's whether you've got that deep inner belief. I remember when I was a player, sometimes, you know, I'd be so positive going on to court, you know, a game down, and it didn't matter how I tried to be positive and I was still trying to do the right tactics, I was lacking that inner belief, and that's destructive. And I don't know, I'm sure sports psychologists will be able to tell you how to overcome that, but I never did.
Yeah, of course there are strategies for that type of situation, but I think in this situation today, I think Keita Matsuda, his coach, will have stressed the importance of the first sort of 10 rallies, that he needs to get into the game, and they will have noted that Chong Wei started very slowly yesterday.
Of course, it always works both ways, doesn't it? You know, we've talked about the fact that Lee Chong Wei started slowly yesterday. Tago can use that to his advantage, but of course, in response to the way he played yesterday, Lee Chong Wei hasn't become world #1 without very good reason, and he will respond to the way that he started yesterday. He will have said to himself today, there's no way I'm getting myself into that sort of position. I've got to be more focused, I've got to be more prepared, more warmed up, and he will approach this in a different way himself.
Yes, you will expect so. It doesn't change the fact that Tago really, the start is more important to him than Chong Wei with their past record. You know, the early stages of this game are more important to Tago than Chong Wei.
Pulled out. Lee Chong Wei was getting a little bit irritated, I think, yesterday by what he perceived as some strange line calls. We, of course, had the advantage of seeing decisions again. I can only remember one that I think was perhaps not the correct decision. That one was definitely just wide. Of course, most famous, Tago, for when he reached the final of the All England back in 2010, beaten by his opponent of today in that final.
But that really was a good game.
Yeah.
You know, he was right in that match for a long time, and in fact was a little bit unlucky with a line call right at the end of the match, which you know, it was a close game at that stage.
Yeah, 21-19, 21-19.
Yeah, it was a little bit unlucky. He had a bad line call for Chong Wei to get to match point from 19 all.
It's a super net shot. All good.
6-2.
Yeah, good control from Chong Wei. We said it earlier in the ladies' singles, much more difficult to control the length of the shuttle from that far side. Some similarities to yesterday's game already. Chong Wei just guilty of forcing, making 2 or 3 errors overhead, hitting down, which is so unusual for him.
Never won a Super Series title, this man, Tago. He's pushed it wide. In contrast, this man, most successful man in the history of the Super Series. 20 titles plus 3 Super Series finals titles. Should we say 23 Super Series titles, or do we still say 20?
Should be 23, shouldn't it, really?
Should, I think, yeah. We'll stick with that. It's a well-worked rally from Tago.
Umpire Constantine Korea. Service done, David Turner Australia. And team up line register A.
Little nervous errors to me.
Yeah, I mean, the worries here for all Lee Chong Wei fans that it is a little bit similar to yesterday so far. He's either playing very passive rallies and giving his opponent a lot of time, or he's forcing the play a little bit and making errors, hitting down. And there's another example. And that's so unusual for him. It's really not something we've seen for a long time from Chong Wei.
6 straight points to Tago. 2-6 adrift, 8-6 up. That's more like the sort of form we're used to seeing from this Malaysian.
Yeah, quick to get in behind the smash, lands in such good balance, he's so athletic.
Oh, that is magnificent. What a shot.
Yeah, great angle here. Problem from Chong Wei's perspective was that he gave his opponent so much time to get behind the shuttle and get set to play that shot.
Just doesn't look himself, does he?
No, we're not used to seeing Chong make this number of errors. It's more like it. Seeing his opponent was going to take the defensive backhand stroke from the rear court, kept his base forward, quick to pounce.
It's gone wide. Back level. Wow.
We're well placed on that line, and I have to say that looks a long way out.
I think the umpire has overruled. Yeah, that was out. I think the umpire has overruled and given the point to Lee Chong-wei. Good umpiring.
Yeah, good decision.
Yep. Well done, umpire. Because we, as you say, Ian, are very well placed to see that. And therefore it's the Malaysian who has the narrowest of possible advantages at the mid-game interval. But psychologically, it's always very important for players, isn't it, to be in the lead at mid-game intervals.
It is. He won the last 3 points there to come back. It's in a tricky situation. Didn't want to go into the mid-game interval 2 or 3 points down. But the question is whether he's going to push on from here. It'll be interesting to see if he uses his usual tactic coming out from the mid-game interval. Likes to throw in a flick serve. See if he does it again today. He wasn't sure, was he?
12-11.
Thought 2 or 3 times as to whether to hit that or not. Hesitation. In the end, he got it right.
Oh.
13-11.
Earned his luck, I suppose, by the tight spinning net shot, forced the short lift. And this drop shot bounced off the top of the tape before going over. No, he's missed it.
Following in court number 3, women's singles match number 2-6 between China and India.
Don't often see those sort of expressions either.
China. Umpire, BWF France. Service judge, Kim from Korea. And team of line judges are B.
Yeah, that's nice.
Service over. 14-2.
Yeah, more measured attacking shot this time. Just clipping the shuttle down. rally there, well worked. A little bit more tempo in that rally from Chong Wei. Making Tago work a little bit harder, moving him around the court a little bit quicker. Eventually that creates the opportunity.
And the court will need to be mopped of the perspiration. Masuda, Kato Masuda, fine singles player in his day, but perhaps better known for his doubles.
He was a fine all-rounder, wasn't he? Had a good career as a singles player, went to doubles. And actually had some very good mixed results as well in team events for Japan.
It's a good smash from Tago.
15.
Yeah, good pace. Chong Wei forced to take the defensive backhand there. Tago puts good pace on the shuttle with the cross smash. Gets through the defence.
Oh dear me, complete mishit.
15.
Deflected by the net cord, and deflected wide. And once again, Tago back level.
Yeah, and again, you'd have to say it's the errors of Chong Wei that are keeping him in this game at the moment. Very uncharacteristic game again from Chong Wei. Again, he's there early, he's taking the shuttle at net height. Really wouldn't expect to miss that.
Missed it.
There's a chance as well, wasn't there? There was space. Again, he's intercepted the shuttle early. He had the chance. It's a poor defensive clear from Chong Wei. A lot of space for that smash.
Well, once again, a look from Lee Chong Wei that speaks volumes without actually having to utter a word. No, I thought that was just wide. Well, now it's the turn of Tago to disagree with the line judge.
Well, there was an anxious look from Chong Wei. He mistimed it, that's for sure. Difficult to tell from that angle. See it better here. Well, yeah. Seen those called out before.
Oh, that's a good smash.
15, 17.
It's a sort of crisp smash, that sound coming off the racket that we're so used to hearing from Lee Chong-wei. In all honesty, it's not just been missing from his racket, and most players' rackets. Yes, another good smash.
17.
Waited for the right opportunity rather than trying to force it. That's nice.
18, 19.
Phenomenal. Well, both players, you could tell, were sensing the importance of that rally.
Yeah, certainly Chong Wei played with good margins in that rally, directed a lot of his attack to the centre, didn't really go for the lines. We can see here that's a good metre in. It's a very, very good solid rally. No risks, but kept some intensity in the rally.
So with that excellent finish to that rally, Lee Chong-wei has 2 opportunities to take this opening game. I'm surprised that the umpire is allowing them to tail down for quite as long, because the court moppers have left the court, having done their job. So 2 game point opportunities for the world #1. Only needed the one. Good smash. 21-18 confirms the umpire. Well, he had to work hard for it. Not going anywhere near the line there. Playing it safe. And his reward, the opening game, 21-18 in 22 minutes. Well, Tago's coach has already left him. Quick word. As the players stand. Players and coaches and youngsters from Korea. Whereas Lee Chong-wei's coaches very busy with their man.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit concerned about his form, that's for sure. Of course, there'll be a lot of pressure on him, not only in this tournament, but going back to play his home tournament, the Malaysian Open, next week. There'll be real pressure on him there from the press and the public, expecting the performance from him. Even more pressure than normal, I think we should probably say.
because he plays under pressure the whole time. He's the world #1. He's the one everybody wants to beat.
He does, but it's an Olympic year, so there's even more press than normal. And you have to say, he doesn't look comfortable here, but as I say, there's a combination of things, isn't there? There's the cold outside, which he's not used to. He doesn't like the cold conditions. There's the speed of the hall, the conditions in the hall. The hall's playing quite slow, and the shuttles are a little bit different to the shuttles that the players play with most of the year. And it's all combining just to cause a little bit of uncertainty in his game, I feel.
Tight net play. Yeah, even you, who used to live in Norway, found it a little chilly yesterday. Came out without your coat on and said you were used to these conditions.
It was a slightly chilly -9 when we came out this morning. There'll be a bit of a contrast next week moving on to Malaysia. Be between +32, +33 probably.
2:59. I think that's his fastest of the match so far. .266, I think, is the fastest from a singles player this week, isn't it? I bet that gets broken before the end of the week.
It's a real error from Tago here, creates the opportunity with the well-angled smash from the rear court, but just guilty of taking too big a swing there when he was trying to finish from the forecourt. Again, it's not a shot you expect to see Chong missing, and he did miss it. It's a good call, just out.
Service over. 3-2.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, we were right behind that. You can just see how he guided that down the line. Putting any pace on it, but bringing the shuttle down really short in the court. Very difficult to defend against.
Out. Service over. 3-4.
Oh, that is incredible. A little wry smile from Tago.
Look how high he gets up, brings the shuttle down steeply, comes in. The kill's not on. A little deception. Lets the shuttle come onto him, fixes his opponent. Lovely touch across the net. Doesn't keep the momentum going, does he? Still errors creeping into his game. Simple clear there out the side of the court. Again, it's relatively straightforward lift he's missed. You will see it. It's not close to the net, should be making that comfortably. Well, indicative of his play this week, really, isn't it, Jill? one incredibly classy cross-court net shot to win the point, followed by 3 unforced errors.
It is unusual. And that was a good net shot from Tago. Racket arm outstretched, tumbling the shuttle. And on a run of 4 straight points. Goodness me. Clearly in. 5 straight points for Tago.
Out.
Wrong.
9-5.
Of course, he did very well at this tournament last year, did Kenichi Tago. Reached this stage of the tournament, having secured a second round victory over the then number 4 seed Chen Long. Around 29 minutes. I remember you and I watching that, Ian. Oh, smash. Even better.
6-9.
Yeah, better rally from Chong Wei. A little bit more constructive. Didn't take the risk of going for the line to finish. But it follows another run of errors. Really not able to string a good series of points together to build any confidence so far.
162 miles per hour, that last winning smash of his, though. But confidence is a fragile thing, isn't it? You know, you mentioned that absolutely delightful cross-court winning net shot, and you sort of thought, or I thought to myself, he's just beginning to settle, he's beginning to express himself as he usually does, with just coming out with some truly magnificent shots, and then promptly loses 6 straight points. So it's odd. Player you've talked about, he thrives on confidence, and there's a glorious shot of a man who, playing a shot like that, deserves the world #1 status.
Yep.
He's not doing it rally after rally.
No, he's been so consistent. I mean, last year he was phenomenally consistent with his level of play. You have to say it's a slightly shaky start to this year. Lots of uncharacteristic errors throughout the whole of this tournament so far, and there's another one. Too flat, the lift. Easy interception for his opponent.
Well wide.
And he'd be disappointed. That was a real chance to get to the interval with a good lead. The smash was on, there was lots of space, he didn't need to hit the line. Chong Wei's out of position, covering the straight. Lost it by a fair margin.
He had read the cross-court smash of Tago and made the error on the block.
Yeah, I think he actually got too close to this. He read it so early. I think he got a little bit cramped. Yeah. Well, there we see that. Such a big smash, the one he missed, wasn't it, for 11-7? Could have had a 4-point lead, and suddenly we're back to 10 all.
Oh, indecision. Gone wide. Well, virtually exactly the same as the opening game. Lee Chong in the opening game was 8-10 down, but still went to the mid-game interval with the lead. Here in the second, he was 7-10 down, and yet has gone to the mid-game interval with the lead. But Malaysian fans, Ian, will not be feeling settled and confident and happy yet.
No, they won't. As I say, you know, after the last 18 months, maybe the expectation's just too high. But he's been so consistent and played with such confidence and great variety. And just suddenly, there's a bit of a hiccup here, you'd have to say. Really doesn't look in normal, confident self. And he's swinging between being a little bit too passive and giving his opponent time on the shuttle, too much time on the shuttle, or forcing the play and making direct errors. Just a better rally, isn't it? Patient, good pace in the rally. Here, not going for the line to finish, just going for angle, giving himself a good margin.
No, that's a lovely shot from Tago. Wasn't much of a space down that forehand side, but he managed to find it.
No, he read the centre, attacked well into, defended well off his body and created the opportunity. As you say, did well to find the space in the rear court.
Service over. 13-11.
Just wide. Yeah, no look from Lee Chong on that one. He knows it was just wide of the singles court. Yep, We certainly saw Lee Chong-wei in that rally trying to inject pace of movement.
Yeah, totally missed time in the smash at the end though.
String's gone in the racket.
14, 13.
Well, Tago doesn't like the call, and he's looking up towards the giant screen. See if there's going to be a replay. Well, not sure we'll see it from this angle. Well, that's a great response.
Yes, it is. Very positive rally there. He used his frustration from the previous point to good effect. Was very aggressive in the rally. That's a very good smash down the line to finish. Yeah, I think he's disappointed with himself there. Not the best serve really at this stage of the game. Going for the flick serve. Lee Chong-wei so quick to get behind it, bring the shuttle down.
Up in the net cord, for which he apologises.
Yeah, knows he was lucky because Chong-wei had read the direction. He was there waiting for it. It was only the net cord that beat him.
Oh, well worked in the end from Lee Chong-wei.
Yeah, good racket work here. Gets in for the kill. His racket's quickly up and ready for the second shot there. Good technique. Unlucky. It's an unlucky moment to break a string.
It's just going through my mind, Ian, that we weren't seeing quite as many strings going this week. Was it at the Super Series finals where we saw so many break, or was it the China Open?
I think it was in Shanghai, wasn't it, for the China Open?
China Open. Extraordinary number of strings breaking.
There was a men's doubles where one pair broke 9 rackets. Just the conditions, but again, it was a slow haul.
Yeah.
But maybe a little bit bigger and a little bit more drift in that hole, which caused more mistiming of the shuttle.
18-15. Well, Lee Chong-wei just having a word with the umpire. And he's looking up to... Oof! Goodness me. Well, Tago obviously indicating that he thought it was long.
It certainly wasn't that far long, that's for sure. Wow.
16-18.
I'd hate to be a line judge. Have to make those decisions so quickly.
So tempting, isn't it, to make the call before it actually lands, that you feel it's going out and your arms start to go out.
There's a real skill to being a line judge.
Yep, yep. It takes a little bit of experience.
So now, Lee Chong-wei just 2 points away from a place in the semi-final. That's beautiful. What a gloriously controlled, angled shot.
Yeah, again, just really well placed. Didn't try and force it, which he has done so many times in this match. Just placed it down onto the line. Lovely control.
Four match points. Tago was really intimidating that because he was ready to pounce.
20.
Well, yep. Lee Chong-wei just pointing out to the umpire that the scoreboard at the end of the court had jumped one too many places on. It is 17-20. Second time of asking, and Lee Chong-wei safely through to the semi-final with victory over Kenichi Tago, his 10th consecutive victory over Kenichi Tago. The young Japanese star still searching for that elusive first victory over Lee Chong-wei. 21-17 the second game, having won the first 21-18. There's confirmation. 48 minutes needed to book his place in tomorrow's semi-final, where he'll meet Du Pengyu of China. Well, we said it yesterday, Lee Chong-wei not at his stunning best, but still more than good enough to get through against the talented Japanese player. Final smash, one of his best. Look how lightly he lands after that smash. Lands on his toes, immediately moving forward again. And the victory is his.